Soneczka skorzeje, oj luli, luli, soneczka skorzeje, wysoko słońce schadziła, daleka świeciła, oj luli, luli, i daleka świeciła, i na jest, i na polje, i na sinieje morje, oj luli, luli, i na sinieje morje, tak na siniem tam morje, tam leżała dosteczka, oj luli, luli, tam leżała dosteczka, dosteczka dubowaja, ili klatka sasnawaja, oj luli, luli, ili klatka sasnawaja, как пахетай достечка, да никто не хаживал, ой лули, лули, да никто не хаживал, да никто не хаживал, никого не воживал, ой лули, лули, никого не воживал, еле-шо да Ванюшка, еле-шо Васильевич, ой лули, лули, еле-шо Васильевич, еле вел за собою молодую барыню, ой лули, лули, молодую барыню, молодую барыню, да никто Васильевну, ой лули, лули, да никто Васильевну.
Yeah, we're pink. Okay.
Now we're not.
All right. So, yes, that is absolutely the most favorite piece I have. I think both of us.
Oh my God.
Of all of the pieces that were taught at Stockton. It's kind of Georgian in flavor, right?
Yeah, the music.
Yeah.
But it's
So
not.
It's Carpathian. It's a Carpathian dance. I'll say more about this during just before announcements. That in terms of what Andy Taylor's repertoire had been, but she taught a lot of Carpathian dances and Carpathian, whatever. So it was truly, truly special. It was a truly special week.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so speaking of a truly special week, we're going to pack a whole week's worth of dancing in one night. We're going to try anyway. So here's some warm-ups for you, starting with Lesi. So here, let me kill a couple of windows here, so that my computer's a little cleaner. Okie dokie. All right. So here we go. So once again, thank you all, friends, for joining us tonight. We've got a wonderful evening of dancing ahead of us, and we've got great leaders, great people behind the scenes, but most importantly, you guys. You guys. So glad that you've joined us tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun, and this is our 2/3 of the way through summer celebration. So what we have next, Sulam Yaakov, which is Jacob's ladder, sort of reference to Jacob having the dream of the angels going up and down to heaven. But we've got heaven on earth right now.
Vino pi snipeja ako mi ti domu fizba vino pija pesni peja ako mi ti domu fizba vino pija pesni peja.
Cânti cuții zăcti voi, scânta ninti moi pila noi, Dado La Dado, Jocu Sakima, Dado La Dado, Simu Shak Juca. N-am doi cătii doi și mă cântam oașeții moi, Dado La Dado, Jocu Sakima, Dado La Dado, Simu Shak Juca. Și-azi voi ca-s nu agârșați, intrați în corul ca-s jucați, Dado La Dado, Jocu Sakima, Dado La Dado, Simu Shak Juca. Ciciorul voi s-a înălțat și mâna dipa disudați, Dado La Dado, Jocu Sakima, Dado La Dado, Simu Shak Juca. Jocu aici ca s-învițați, unții știi s-achimați, Dado La Dado, Jocu Sakima, Dado La Dado, Simu Shak Juca. Pipa cu voi sul băgați, el joacă-și voi s-învițați, Dado La Dado, Jocu Sakima, Dado La Dado, Simu Shak Juca, Dado La Dado, Jocu Sakima, Dado La Dado, Simu Shak Juca.
Let's
It's pata pata time.
No,
That's what we should have told everybody.
Right, we're having a party.
We're having a party. That's very good. That's very good.
Yes.
So let's see. So who's going to help us have a party? Oops. Hold on. Here we go. Hey, we've got someone who's going to help us with a party.
One of the party guests was just evicted for defiance, and
Oh. See, you have wonderful party animals. We don't
I-
have any party animals.
Party animals.
okay, the problem, Randy, is my party animals shed.
Put them in the she shed.
Did you guys get any sleep? Did I miss that part of the conversation?
No. Oh my gosh.
We're still giddy, right?
It's
That's true.
only a week. We're home a week.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I thought you just got home.
No.
No, a week ago.
No.
Oh no, we wouldn't do this.
No.
Oh
We
my
would-
God! All right,
Because we had a red eye. We landed Monday morning this.
right. You see, that's why I was confused because I messaged Tom Pixton a couple of days ago because we had a really nice dance that he would have enjoyed being at. I said, "When are you coming home?" Today.
Yes.
So I
Right.
thought that, okay.
We
so-
went first week.
Several people who are regulars. They said, "There's no way I'm going to be able to sign on. Maybe at the end of the evening."
right.
But many people say we are getting much needed sleep.
Yeah. I mean, I can only imagine because I've only done 1 week of main camp at a time. That put me in a coma. Pinewood's is the first time I've ever stayed all week. Becky and I were both in comas.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
Right.
one week is enough. I can't do
I'm
2 weeks.
impressed. Okay. All right. So I'm going to cross insanity off the list. All right.
No.
Okay.
no.
I have one very sane, very well-behaved baby. We'll see how long that works. And I just noticed that my set is super heavy Bulgarian, big surprise. Gonna start off with Kamber. Oh no, please don't. No. All right, there we go. Kamber, lovely, fun Bulgarian dance by Peter Eliev. Somebody brought it back from Balkan camp. I think probably it's been done at Stockton. Mome Mitro, there was one video in existence. It is no longer in existence. Facebook won't show it to me. Fun, quick, fast. I think I learned it from you, Murray, but then I got coaching from Lon Hollis, so that wasn't bad. Oneg Shabbat, nobody needs coaching. You just watch Moshiko over and over and over again, because that's what it takes. Tallava, a fun dance that both Katanskis have get credit for, and it's fun. We did this on Saturday night, and somebody was trying to follow it, and it's not followable unless you know that you're only taking 7 steps. Oh no, the whole thing I think is 12 counts. But and I need Randy for the pronunciation.
Felj Lanyom.
Thank you. Lovely.
The J is silent like always.
Like always, indeed. Just beautiful, fun, and if you wander onto Andrew's blog, you'll see Steve leading it, and that's just a beautiful experience. And my favorite designation for a Moritz dance, Zoe being Greekish. So let me actually, I have a lovely organic marker for the circle, but Penny, could you do it for me? It started blackmailing me, which is super embarrassing. Can you come? Because I think they heard Barbara complaining about the heat however many weeks ago. Thank you. Can you stay there? All right. I'm gonna happily mute myself so you don't hear me pleading with the dog. And I don't think I need a volume test. I'm where I usually am, but I think what will be fun though is if we see if Zoom is behaving. So
Right. I'll yell at you. You'll hear me if we can't hear you.
Perfect. Yell loudly. Okay.
I'm afraid we don't hear anything. And you are sharing sound. Oh, there we go. So you can talk in between things. the best music.
Absolutely the best edit ever.
Not everybody knows that.
I know not everybody knows it, but it's just so fascinating if you go to if you go to the recording. And I don't know, did Moritz actually teach to that recording?
No.
Okay.
But when he's done workshops, he's indicated that if you want a different recording that ends, with a sharp ending, go to Murray. So he has told people.
He owes you. He really does owe you. Oh, I forgot to make a big fuss over Andy's music selection, so I'm going to blackmail her.
Right. As I said, before announcements, I'll say more about that. So
yeah, I mean that's just bogglingly beautiful. And Andy, I'm kind of her first recourse. If she's desperate for a recording, she'll butt dial me, and usually, we're able to. But I'm going to blackmail her.
No. Believe me, you'll listen to the story, and you won't blackmail her.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
Okay, so we're going to come back to you. We have lots and lots of different, lots and lots of special leaders tonight. So we appreciate, right, indeed. We appreciate you doing that first set. And we may come back to you. All right, so what we got? We've got Oi, Memo. There was someone who came to Stockton whose name was Memo. So I always think of him when we do this dance. So we're not up to the requests yet, but in two dances we will be doing requests. So here we go. Oi, Memo. Okay, and now for something completely different. Yes, Achot Lanu Ketanah. So this is a text that is taken from the Song of Songs and Song of Solomon. And then I'm just going to go directly into Myatalo Lenche, which was a request from Kathy Feskanen. Thank you, Kathy. Yay. Lots of cheers for requests. So we love doing your requests. Please send them. Really, really appreciate it. Here we go.
אחות לנו קטנה בשדיים אין לה מה נעשה לאחותנו ביום שידובר בה אחות לנו קטנה בשדיים אין לה מה נעשה לאחותנו ביום שידובר בה אם חומה Яблка, Myatalo Lenche, яблка, Myatalo и наричало на кому падне яблка, на кому падне яблка, за него шаса оженя. Яблка падна на старец, яблка падна на старец, старец много зарадва, засука мустак на горе, засука мустак на горе, заглади брада на доле.
Yese marache imka yergot janalo janalo ibai janalo Semestere incă pahav apsos janalo ivaia janalo Ei khama apchige de sakhenta tsavai Ye semestere incă pahav apsos janalo ivaia janalo Khumkhuma apchige de sakhenta tsavai Ye semestere inka verana sapura jai jailo Ei khumkhuma apchige de sakhenta tsavai Ye semestere inka verana sapura jai jailo
Okay, I'm sweating now. So, oh, look at that. We get Sue again.
I am so impressed that you guys did the second part of Daronee.
Oh my God, our group, there's 6 parts to that suite.
Murray, up your volume.
Up your volume. Up.
No?
I shouldn't.
Okay,
Let me.
perfect.
Yeah, okay, perfect. All right, perfect now. Good. I didn't do anything. There are actually 6 parts to that suite, as many people know. The only person that we know, I mean, there are many people who know it, but the only person we know that knows all 6 is Joni.
Joni Hantman.
Joni Hantman. And during the virtual sessions, the LA Life group sponsored a session with Tom Bazigian, and he taught all 6 sections, and it's only one of 2 times.
2 in the morning our time.
It was 2:00 in the morning our time, so we were pretty woozy. But our group has always done the first 2 parts. So MIT doesn't.
Well, okay, you took the words straight out of my gullet, because what I was going to say is we have fans of the dance, but nobody really wants to do part 2 and 3. We only did 3. And then Joni, whenever she comes visit 3 times a year, and she schleps guilt at us, and she looks at us accusingly, and she says, "Wah!" And she insults us and she abuses us. And, to be fair, we're doing Kamenoposko, we're doing Cherkeska. We're just not freaking doing, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And she forgets that TNR never did anything after 4. In fact, I look at Ira Gessel, I'm like, hail Ira. And if he looks at me like I don't know what I'm saying, good enough for me.
So the third dance is the one that MIT, as a standard, that's the one that you do. I thought you said part 3 was the one that you did.
No, part 1.
Oh, okay. I misheard you.
We're busy dusting each other, but I did want to give solidarity to Randi, because this is when you were rearranging her hair and dusting off her shoulder, I think you picked up that behavior at MIT, honestly.
Probably.
Charge. Okay, so you just did a beautiful, beautiful Armenian dance that I believe is the first part of a performance. This is one that is not part of any performance. I love it, love it, love it so much. This is my ode to Wisconsin. I love Armenian Miserlou. I love Michael Kowarski's intensive notes on it. I love everything about it, including the music. Saturday night, we had a birthday party for not Joe, even though it was his birthday, but we didn't have a party for him. But he started dancing at Brandeis. And one of the women whose feet he used to follow turned 75. So we did this because they both love it. And it's fun watching Joe do his own dances. It's kind of a riot. So you were going to say?
I said nice.
Okay.
And I just love how Joe says his Greek with a Boston accent.
Watertown specifically.
You can tell the difference?
Worse yet, Waltham. He's a Waltham boy, but he doesn't admit it. Speaking of things we can admit, Tanko Savka, a lovely dance. We learned it online from one of those FAC.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know if who knows this? He may have showed up at an Oktoberfest. Yops, Trakiska Ratsanica, not to be confused with Eve's
Eves.
Trakiska Ratsanica, which is 2 figures, and this one's a little bit more aerobic, but not that much more aerobic. Any day you can do a Roberto dance you want to celebrate, and I just love this one. The music is just such feel-good music. Speaking of feeling good, Murray, deep dark secret of Murray is that he is tactful about what he says are my spelling aberrations, and my spelling aberrations come straight from MIT guidance, and a lot of it is straight from Andrew, but MIT and Andrew don't always agree, and Murray doesn't agree with anybody, so no one can dispute my spelling. Okay? But if you can't find it on Andrew's blog with that spelling, you can go to the approved alternative spelling. Okay, so I think we're good. All right, should I not try the experiment of muting?
It's probably not going to be changed during this session. So yeah,
I love how
it's great. Every other time, right?
Yeah, Zoom is just so random. Okay, I'm going to find music. I am still sharing sound because you haven't kicked me off yet, which is.
And you can chat between the dances.
I'm not used to that. I'm used to being dead silent, and I'm used to saying things to the dogs. But whatever. If you tell me I can, I will.
Now, I'm only gory during Halloween.
Gori more, tope se planine, od lepote tvoje I tvoje blizine. Gori more, tope se planine, od lepote tvoje I tvoje blizine. Nek ne bude nikad kako srce neće.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
I was just going to say to Maureen that I'm going to see you in December. I'm coming to Madison for my daughter's graduation, so you can teach me how to shimmy. Because I don't have to worry about it here, because Boston doesn't do Armenian Miserlou, which I'd love to do something to change that because it's such a great dance. But we do suffer from lack of second figure variation in Gori More.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say we're stiff, but we need it from a credible source. So we have to interview the teenagers from Milwaukee to find out how they originally.
There you go. There you go. That's funny. That's funny. Well, thank you for your second set. All of them great. All of them great. You
All
got
of them
lots of
one
wonderful
figure.
comments.
Did you notice that?
What? What was that?
I don't have brain space for two figures, so everything was one figure.
Well, Gori More, you have the twisting thing,
Yeah.
but it's
There's
not
no-
like it's a different figure,
needs-
really.
it
It's not
needs
a
more.
real,
It needs more.
Right.
Okay, we got to tell Steve.
Yeah.
So again, thank you so much.
And
We'll see you after announcements.
and make sure to listen to Murray talking about Andy.
I shall. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So our last set has a lot of requests. So we are doing more Joe. So Millie Sue, Pam Goffenay, big shout out for that. Vale e Dados from Linda Cahoon, big shout out and thank you for that. And then I'll talk about the last two dances before announcements. So let's do those two first. Thank you so much for sending your requests. We love doing them. It's a continuing theme here. Please send me more requests. We love doing them. Okay, let me find a place where you can see me. So I started the pre-show with a whole bunch of selections of music that was taught at Stockton. We just got back last week. We had a wonderful time. If any of you were at Stockton the first week or the second week, put a little hi in the chat. We'd love to let people know that we all had a great time there. And we've chosen two dances to show tonight before announcements that are really easy. It's easy to follow them. The first is Aroman Sirto. So it's a Sirto done by the Aroman people. Sonia and Christian showed that. And the figures are just simply signaled by the leader with gestures. They don't have to say anything. So you'll point forward, and that means step forward and back. If you raise your hand, that means lift the leg. If you do this, that means turn, obviously, and things like that. So I'll just have fun with that, and you will too. The music is wonderful. And the second dance, Andy Taylor from the Boston area was brought in to teach.
That's Rue's dance, the second dance.
Oh, it's Rue's. Rue. Okay, Rue taught. That's right. Rue taught a whole bunch of Basque dances. Yes. Okay. So that's not what we promised Sue. So we'll say other things later. So this is Rue Lester was brought in to teach a whole bunch of Basque dances, and this one is cool. It's a very, very common dance done at parties, and it is 3 phrases of 4, and the 4th phrase of 4. So at the end of your phrase, you go forward and back, and the rest of the time you just simply chug to the left. You just just continue moving to the left. So here we go with Aroman Sirto and Avant de deux en ronde. Here we go.
parti. Entrez la belle en vigne quand les pompons sont grands. Entrez la belle en vigne quand les pompons sont grands. Je n'entre pas en vigne quand il n'y a rien dedans. Gai, gai, je vous aime la belle, gai, gai, je vous aime tant. Il n'y a que des orties et moi qui les crains tant. Il n'y a que des orties et moi qui les crains tant. Entrez, entrez la belle, on vous donnera des gants. Gai, gai, je vous aime la belle, gai, gai, je vous aime tant. Je vous aime la belle, gai, gai, je vous aime tant. Elle en serait peut-être d'un cœur tendre et constant. Elle en serait peut-être d'un cœur tendre et constant. Avec un anneau d'or que l'on donne en se mariant. Gai, gai, je vous aime la belle, gai, gai, je vous aime tant. Gai, gai, je vous aime la belle. Gai, gai, je vous aime tant.
Hyper cool. Thank you so much for joining tonight, friends. Really, really appreciate it. We're going to do announcements quickly. The first being, we are celebrating August birthdays. So in our own group, if you are celebrating an August birthday or a anniversary, please put it in chat. We'll celebrate with you. So in our own group, we have Jen Apple, who is 98.
No, 95.
Oh, 95, sorry. It's another person who's 98. So she's going to be 95 on August 21st. Larry Gross, Ben Zvergold, Carol Wilson has a birthday in a couple of weeks. And this guy by the name of Murray Spiegel. Many of you know that I have a birthday in August. Some of you have the same birthday. So very happy birthday to Valerie and me. And anniversaries is Ping and Marvel, Chun. Many of you know Ping Chun. Thank you for that. So they had an anniversary 2 days ago. Loretta and George have an anniversary in a couple of weeks. And Alice and Gary Kazan have an anniversary in 2 days. So if you are celebrating a anniversary or birthday, please let us know. And now we go to the announcement page, and here we go. So we just got finished with one global. We're going to do another one in just a couple more weeks. So that's August 16th, and we've got leaders from all across the continent. And if you want to know other Zoom happenings, you go to, where is it? Come on. No, come on, there we go. You go to Judith's schedule and Kathy's schedule as well for the major festivals and camps. And we are going to be doing the Zooms on first and third Mondays. Our upcoming dates are going to be August 18th and September 15th. I'm not sure that we're going to do something on Labor Day. I'll tell you why later on. We alternate roughly with Evanston, and they're next week. They're Evans's schedule. They're only going to be doing the 11th and they're not dancing on the 25th and not dancing on Labor Day. So they will be Zooming the 2nd and 4th Mondays in September. So email your requests for next month and for this month now. We really appreciate that. So thanks to our helpers and our leaders, Sue Rose, 3 exclamation points, Louise Brill up in Vermont doing CCing, and we have a special guest artist. I mentioned it in the reminders. So that's going to be at the end of our session. So the letters, the initials are A and R. So that's what we got. So thank you for sharing your birthdays with us. And we're going to now go to Sue. And I'm going to say quickly what I meant to say about Andy Taylor. She was brought in and she taught all the Carpathian dances that are from Mike Protenic's repertoire. So those of you who have danced in Princeton know that Mike is a very, very generous person and knows a lot about dancing from his grandfather. And Karchmorochka is a dance that I think a lot of people know about. That was popularized and brought to life by Mike. And Andy sat down with him and drained his brain and did a whole bunch of Carpathian dances and gave us all the history from them. So the syllabus that's in from Stockton is just very, very, very knowledgeable, all because of the scholarship from Mike Protenic. So that's what I want to say about that. Now we go to Sue, and we have a request that Sue's doing.
Yeah, which kind of took me by surprise. Apparently there was interest in having a walkthrough of Sevdino, one of Ileana's more accessible dances, because God knows she's got a bunch of less accessible ones. So this is going to be a bit of a schlep through, and it's also going to be an experiment in efficiency. So after Sevdino, which we're going to do a group schlep, nobody needs to be schlepped through Pomasko Sirto, Eve's brilliant dance. And I think Iris has been protesting when she hasn't been on camera. And I think having an Eve dance will put her back in a good mood. Jondane Johane, which Steve popularized after learning it from one of the musicians we had at Pinewoods, but he gave credit to Eshikabar, the guy who actually taught it. Just incredibly, I guess we've done more than one basque dance tonight, which is kind of cool. Eve's Krivata, always a lovely one. Stop, good Lord. And Ispaiche, which I've done, it's Steve's dance. My Balkan group dances it to a really gnarly recording, and I blackmailed Stravitz and Patrick Yacano into recording one at a rehearsal, which is the one you're going to hear tonight. It's sublime. The Stravitz Godolka player learned it in Bulgaria from another musician. And ending with Andrew Carney's lovely Hey Amoli, which I think I misspelled it. Waiting for Murray to confirm that I left a Y out. Okay, so a schlep through Sevdino. Again, this is an experiment. One of the things about Sevdino is people argue about it. So I did not learn it from Ileana, but the people who are very verbal in my group and sort of like, no, that's not the way she taught it. There's an awful lot of that. So the very beginning, and I'm going to do it with her revised arms because they were revised in 2015. You're stepping right and your left foot lifts behind. That's the big one. Then you step left and your right foot goes in front. So that's kind of like the hardest thing to remember. Step, lift behind, step, lift in front. Right, left, lift behind, left, lift right in front. And then your arms magically go up with that very first step and lift, step in front. This is not a padi ba, it's a step cross step. I was told it's not a padi ba. All right, so step, lift, step, lift, step cross step, touch bounce behind, touch step behind, touch, step behind, forward, forward touch, step, rocking back, back, touch, forward and lift, back, back, forward, no weight, weight on the right, drag, and drag. I would call it a schlep, but I'd be thrown out of the room for that. So that you can see it for following. After that, touch, behind, touch, behind, touch, behind, touch, and step. Lift, back, back, left forward, weight on the right, back, and magically the arms go down as you're backing up. I think we're okay. Murray, are we okay? Murray, are we okay, you think?
I was following you. I was far from the microphone. Go for it.
All right. Music, we'll all do it together, okay? And this is a friendly group and no one's gonna scowl and say, it's not a potty bar. All right, that's the rule. Everybody has to be well behaved. All right. Sevdino Ileana's lovely, lovely dance.
Degi
Thank you for doing that with almost no advance notice. Really appreciate it.
Pomasko Sirto.
Urtiak jineta bihikatzen bata bestia nordari. Urtiak jineta bihikatzen bata bestia nordari. Ihautez pizturik süberia eki begia beilari. Ihautez pizturik süberia eki begia beilari. Esker megia, eskuñargia, jauzi aitzina dantzari. Dobre zutzuli, eskiak utzi, plikazungu asuyari. Izaren hautsa zuhan marura, gaudenen bizi emaile. Izaren hautsa zuhan marura, gaudenen bizi emaile. Argizagia eta ekia zure bihauren sortzaile. Argizagia eta ekia zure bihauren sortzaile. Esker megia, eskuñagia, jauzi aitzina dantzari. Doble zutzuli, eskiak utzi, pikatzungu asuyari. Goren goreni gure izara, shuri gori argizale. Goren goreni gure izara, shuri gori argizale. Ekia gaie günen egile, zuden boraren jakile. Ekiagaye güne negile süden boraren çakile Eşkel negia eşkünyaria javsi etsina dansari Dobre sütsüli eşkia kütsi pika süngüla şüyari Behera penaren aldiada borada gongüsiyari Behera penaren aldiada borada gongüsiyari Hüngürü hüngürü uhtarua kedünak sordu gayari Hüngürü hüngürü uhtarua kedünak sordu gayari Eşkernegiya eşkünyargiya javsi aitsina dansari Dobre sütsüni eşkiya kütsi pika süngüya şüyari La 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 la
Dance has more figure eights than any other dance I know.
cheat sheet is so nice up there.
Really glad you got them to record that for you.
Yeah, it's just so much better than the music we've been using. Channeling a little bit of Marcia Schran there.
Well, you're
Love that.
giving honor to Andrew
Oh, heck
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
for finding that music and for creating just a wonderful, wonderful dance to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was heartbroken that we didn't do it up in Boston, and then I thought, I'm in a group. So now we do it in Boston.
Good.
Excellent.
Yay.
Excellent. Oh, that's wonderful. That's
And Julia
wonderful.
Poirier loves singing it, so that means it's got staying power.
That's great. You have so many talented musicians up there. It's
Well-
just very envious.
Yeah, I mean, well, you got to enjoy Ralph for a week, and Ralph,
Yeah.
Ralph and Brian and Tom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ralph was one half of that Ispaiche, which Ileana has her own music, and she listened to that, and she's like, so she approved. It was
Definitely.
And the new name of them is the Boston 3 Party.
they changed their name.
Well,
last-
I know that. Well, because they were the June camp band.
right.
Forever. But then
Right.
now they go to other camps. Well, they can't be the June camp band at IFC or at Stockton.
Yeah.
So,
So it's very clever. The Boston 3.
3 Party.
Yeah.
I had missed that. Whenever Tom plays music for one of our Thursday night dances, I ask him which incarnation he chooses to be. And
Right.
the most recent one was the June Camp Trio. That was in May. And I think in March he did Pixton Poirier, and in November he did Pine Woods Band. So it's like, what name is he going to pull out of a bag?
Which hat? Which hat does he
Right.
have on? Right. Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much.
So now
Thank you. I know that you have to leave.
And now you know the background about Andy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So-
And I won't blackmail her. I will harass her, and I will force her to eat lunch. So
She was
All right.
wonderful.
You stay well, and we really, really love you. Thank you.
Thank you for
Take
inviting
care.
me. Lovely.
Have a
party.
great time at Maine Woods.
Okay, so now we're going to do some more requests. We've got Tu Romnie by Mercedes, and then Bichak, thank you, Ron Jackson. And I will be giving little cues for when to switch from figure 1 to figure 2, figure 3, figure 4. If I get it right, when I raise my hand real high, that means go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and then we finish the music. And then we have Elohai Shamayim, our great friend Barbara Cario. So let's do those 3 in a row and enjoy. Here we go. With Tu Romnie, a version of the music which I made longer because it was way too short. I've got to say one thing about this one. We first heard this version from Daronee, and it's the original Greek song that Ahavat Shamayim is based on.
Not out of
Sorry, what
Elohai
Elohai Shamayim. And it didn't quite fit the dance, but now it does.
Ένα το χελιδόνι κι άνοιξε αντρική για να γυρίσει ο ήλιος θέλει δουλειά πολύ. Ένα το χελιδόνι κι άνοιξε αντρική για να γυρίσει ο ήλιος θέλει δουλειά πολύ. Χιλιάδες να είναι στους δρόμους, θέλει τη ζωντανή να δίνουν το αίμα τους, θέλει τη ζωντανή να δίνουν το αίμα τους. Μου πρώτο μας τώρα με χτίσες μέσα στα βουνά, μου πρώτο μας τώρα με κλείσες μες στη θάλασσα. Πρώτο μας τώρα με κλείσες μέσα στα βουνά, μου πρώτο μας τώρα με κλείσες μες στη θάλασσα. Άρθηκε ένα κομμάτους το σώμα του μαγιού, το έχουνε θάψει σε ένα πνήμα του πελαγού. Άρθηκε ένα κομμάτους το σώμα του μαγιού, το έχουνε θάψει σε ένα πνήμα του πελαγού. Σε ένα ματίκι λιγάκι το έχουνε κλειστό, γύρισε το σκοτάδι κι όλοι άδεισο, γύρισε το σκοτάδι κι όλοι άδεισο. Με μου πρώτο μας τώρα μέσα στις πασχαλιές κι εσύ, με μου πρώτο μας τώρα μύρισες την Ανάσταση. Με μου πρώτο μας τώρα μέσα στις πασχαλιές κι εσύ, με μου πρώτο μας τώρα μύρισες την Ανάσταση.
Thinking of dances that have applause at the end, so that's one of them. Okay, so finishing off our set, we have Ahavat Hadassah number 2, not number 1, then Fadu, Joc de Leagane, Kvar Acharei Achot, which is being performed by Orchestra Unbound with Emily Salatan on vocals. Here we go.
ser português, fez-se a vida pelo mundo, foi pelo sonho vagabundo, foi pela terra abraçado, bem querido, amado, amado. O fado, bem querido, amado, amado. O fado. Viveu de ser português, foi alegre, foi gingão. Por ser um fado é canção, por ser futuro é passado, mal querido ou bem amado. O fado, mal querido ou bem amado. O fado. Cada vez mais português, anda nas asas do vento, às vezes solta um lamento e pede para ser achado. Ele é querido, ele é amado. O fado, ele é querido, ele é amado. O fado, ele é querido, ele é amado. O fado.
Mama
some of you were doing the Vasilescu version. We were doing the Nico Helfering version. Next is Orchestra Unbound doing Kvar Achere Chatzot. We're going to be doing the Shlomo Bachar version, but you can do, whose is it? Rivka Sturman. Yes, how could I forget? You can do either one you want.
Lashu kime yeshodu.
Sveta moma ubava, solzironi sama se pita. Sveta moma ubava, solzironi sama se pita. Zašto dimče ti da ne dojdiš, mene da vidiš? Zašto dimče ti da ne dojdiš, mene da vidiš? Nel mi kaža dimče bre, samo mene verno te ljubiš. Nel mi kaža dimče bre, samo mene verno te ljubiš. Dar ti praćam bre hudomato, vrati se pri meni. Dar ti praćam bre hudomato, vrati se pri meni. Metni kapče na toko, namignuvaj mi ti potoko. Metni kapče na toko, namignuvaj mi ti potoko. Digni kapče, jaz da te vidim, izgorev za te. Digni kapče, jaz da te vidim, izgorev za te. Теб те чекам секой ден, да те видам близо кај мене. Теб те чекам секой ден, да те видам близо кај мене. Ќе заљубам јас друго ливе, ако не дојдиш. Дојди димче до вечера, леле изгорев.
Spira
One more dance. Okay? Yeah, hold on. Let me make you co-host. I'll take care of the hosting. No problem. Just want to let you know one more dance. Oh,
gosh.
Oops, spotlight. Okay, here we go.
They want the surprise.
Yeah, right. Okay, Urva Fanka. Oh, and now we have the big surprise.
Not anymore.
Yeah, turn on your as to start the video, and I can't spotlight you until you have the video on. So we are so delighted that you've there we go. Okay, we're so delighted that you've joined us tonight, and here is Ariana. So,
hi.
So she's still jet lagged from your trip where?
I was in China for 2 weeks and then Malaysia for about 10 days.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I was in Malaysia with the rest of my family. So my mom, my stepdad, Amberly, Liliana, and my brother-in-law were all visiting my sister's best friend from first grade who lives there with her 2 kids and her husband. They stayed 2 weeks after the rest of us left, and they are now en route to Germany. Like literally, I think they're on the plane right now.
Holy. All right. Well,
Wow.
we will broadcast this to the plane so that they can watch you play.
Right.
So everybody, this is ARIANA ROSEN, as you well know, and we've been trying for several months to set this up with her schedule, busy schedule, performing all over New York and many other places as well. So she's going to play. Well, actually, why don't you say what you're going to do based on the fact that we've had this horrific heat wave recently?
So I thought I would play Iswals, which is a Dutch dance, translates to ice waltz. So to cool us down, I thought that might be fitting. This was taught to me by Jaap Leeuwater, I think when I was 7 years old. Somewhere around there. So I haven't been playing it consistently since then, but I have been playing it intermittently over all these years. And
so we should say that means ice waltz. So that's why we're trying to cool everybody.
Yes. So so I am just going to be dancing a waltz figure. But if anyone does know the choreography, they're more than welcome to do so.
We want to encourage people. We want to encourage people to turn on your videos. We'd love to see you. Hadassah is going to be doing spotlighting. Thank you, Hadassah. We really appreciate it. And we'd love to see you dancing, just moving, swaying, enjoying the music. So live music from New York.
Okay, here we go.
And just to let everybody know, Jordan and Gordon are Ariana's parents, so it's really, really cool to have all the family on Zoom. So that
Well, and just to let you know, they were just square dancing. I think they got home like 1 or 2 minutes before I played.
Yep.
Nice timing.
We ran in to see.